Okay, so that was actually a good start with this list. Next up we have the Broadway melody. Yay, let's see. Oh jeez, no. 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 Okay, let me just be honest with you. This is my least favorite old movie. I don't think this is the best movie ever. I say this is not the worst of the worst, but this is bad. Here, let me tell you why, okay? So, what is this movie about? Okay, let's see if we could keep up for now. Hank and Queenie here really want to go on Broadway. They need to do their sister act. They want to showcase it off of Broadway. So they went up with also Eddie Kearns. Eddie Kearns is the guy. Which is like more like their manager, I'd say. To try and convince, Francis Zanfield, who was doing this Broadway production stuff, to actually put Hank and Queenie's sister act on Broadway. But Francis Zanfield doesn't want to. I mean, it's a simple plot, right? So it's just these two young stars are trying to make it big on Broadway and stuff like that. You think that's the plot? No, that's not the plot. Although it's perfectly fine, it's simple, and there is literally little thing wrong. There is little to nothing wrong with the plot. For me, at least in my opinion. That's not the plot. So what's the plot? Here's the plot. So Hank here is the younger of the sisters, and she is in a relationship with Eddie, right? Who acts like as their manager. But when Eddie suddenly meets Queenie, okay? Eddie here has got the hots for Queenie instead of Hank. So it took a while for Queenie to understand the situation. So due to a coincidental accident, Queenie met this rich guy and decided to go out with him. Okay? But both Hank and Eddie said to Queenie not to go out with this rich guy. But Queenie is going out with this rich guy so that Eddie and Hank here can maintain their relationship. You got that? No? Well then don't watch this movie! Jeez! Please don't! Please, for the love of... Please don't watch this movie. It's boring, it's long, it's dull, there's literally no point to it. At first it's it's going to be this movie, but it's a false setup. I hate movies with false setups. Okay? Maybe they can work. Yes, maybe they can work. But it gives you the wrong idea of the movie. I had the wrong idea for the movie. It starts off it's going to be a charming musical, but no! It's a complex love story that's executed so poorly that even the music written into it is not even catchy, not even too memorable. Oh, jeez. You know, when I first watched this movie and started with the musical number, I wanted to research the album at first, and then as the movie went on, I suddenly lost interest in this movie's album. So yeah, this is my least favorite musical. If you're going to call it a musical, is it a musical? It's technically a musical, and the drama is done poorly. So poorly because it's confusing. I mean, maybe not too confusing, but it's still confusing. For me anyways. But I actually managed to get the first viewing, so I wouldn't say it's too confusing. But honestly, this is the worst old movie I've watched. This is the worst musical I've watched. This is the worst, not the worst movie I've watched, but this is one of the one of the movies that I was very disappointed by. I had high hopes for this movie, And what we got in return was something awful, dull, boring, and honestly, you can barely watch through this movie, but it's kind of boring for the most part. So, do I recommend you to watch this? No, Celery. No, don't watch this. Please don't. Please don't. So, do I think this movie deserves, what do you think, dude? Do I think this movie deserves an Oscar for Best Picture? Do I look like I would give this movie an Oscar for Best Picture? Maybe I should watch it again, but I ain't watching that again. I ain't watching that again. Okay? Okay? So yeah, have you watched the Broadway Melody, the 1929 one? And did you like it? Did you hate it? Please comment down below. And if you like this review, then hit the like button. And if you want more of this content, then hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified for more of these movie reviews, then you may just hit the bell icon. Okay, it's your choice. So, I guess that's about it. And goodbye.